Hey, you know what day it is? Listen, it is Tuesday. So what is it? It's Tuesday tea with D. 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 A Tuesday tea with D. A Tuesday tea with D. A Tuesday tea with D. Hey, it's your girl, Detra Trueheart, your life purpose generator, purpose provoker, and iSpeaklife mentor, here with another little serving of tea for our weekly conversation for Tuesday Tea with D. And as you can see, I'm in a different location, on site somewhere. I've got my to-go tea to go, and I can't even tell you what this tea is. It is, it's a white tea, and I know there's ginger, there's honey, and there's something, I think it's like a honey ginger elixir white tea. It's one of the Hilton Head teas that I got when I was at the retreat in August. So with that being said, I want to jump right into today's conversation. And it really came from really something that I think I talked about last week, but then it may have just even been just a conversation that I had with someone, and it reminded me of a couple of conversations that I've had to have with private coaching clients when I have coaching calls around this ability or this desire to want to do something. However, they don't have capacity for it. Right. And so we're going to talk today about capacity versus want and desire. Right. And so you can, and this is probably going to be a really short conversation. I'm going to hit it and get in there. You get what you need to get and walk away, right? Do what you got to do. Drink your tea, whatever you're drinking today. But this conversation really came about because a lot of times we have this desire, this want to do something, right? I want to do this. I want to be able to show up in a greater way, right? I want to be able to do this. And one client in particular, she really wanted to be able to do more for God, right? She wanted to be able to serve at her church a little bit more in a greater capacity, right? She wanted to be able to give God a little bit more than what she was giving him already. And we had to have this conversation around what she was able to do in that space because she's in school, right? She's a single mom. She's got 4 children. She's working full time. And she is serving at her church, but she wanted to do more. And again, she's in school, right? And so sometimes we can want to do a thing, or we can have a desire for a thing. And in that time, we really don't have capacity, right? You don't have capacity, you don't have margin. And capacity really means is, can you give it your all? Do you have space to hold for the thing that you desire, the thing that you want, right? And so it doesn't mean that you can't have it. It doesn't mean that you can't even want it or desire it. But what it does mean is it's kind of like when, the Bible talks about counting the cost, right? Have you counted the cost of the thing that you want or you desire? Do you really have capacity for it? You say you want, I don't know, let's just say you want more clients in your business, or you want more customers. Do you have capacity for those clients? Do you have capacity for those customers? Do you have capacity for the new product that you've got to bring in? Do you have more time? Do you have more energy? Do you have the money? Do you have the capacity for what it is that you desire? Right? And only you can answer that question. You know what I'm saying? You want a relationship. Do you have capacity for the relationship? Right? Is there some personal work that you have to do? Right? I want you to think about that, because, and let me just say this, this doesn't mean that you can't have it, right? It just means that in the season that you're in right now, it may not necessarily be the right time. And that's okay. I have multiple, clients, students, members in my tribe, of my inner circle, who are in school, who are getting their PhDs, who are getting master's programs, bachelor's programs, associate programs. They're in those programs getting their degrees. And so one of the questions we always have to have is, what do you actually have time for, right? You may want to serve on a committee, right, of your sorority or of an organization or of your church that you're a part of. Do you have capacity for that? You want to run this. Do you have capacity for it? Right? Ask yourself that. Take some time to journal that out and say, the thing that I'm desiring, do I have capacity for it? And if you don't have capacity for it, and you have the ability to move some things around, then what can you also move around so that you can increase your capacity for the thing that you desire and you want? Right? That's your journal assignment for today, your homework, your coaching assignment. Right? I want you to write it down. Like, I had shared not too long ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, admitting what you want. Right? It may have even been last week, child, I can't remember. But admitting what you want, right? Sitting down and really getting clear on what it is that you want, right? And so once you get clear on what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, the next question really is, do you have capacity for it? Right? And if you don't have capacity for it, what does that look like? What do you have to move around in order to have capacity for it? Do you need to learn a new skill? You might need, right, to go back to school, or you might need to take a course, or you might need to, get a coach, right? What is it that you need in order to build and expand capacity for the thing that you want and you desire, right? You just, like, sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves and say, as much as I want it, I don't have capacity for it. As much as I want to do it, I don't have capacity for it. I don't have margin for it. I can't add another thing to my plate. And some of you who are stressed and you are overwhelmed and you are burned out, you have exceeded capacity, right? You have exceeded your capacity, meaning you have no room for anything else. And so then for you, you need to start figuring out, what can you remove from your little pocket of space so that you can have some breathing room, so that you can have air to breathe, so that you can have space to rest, so that you can have space to be able to maybe do some things that you desire to do, right? So that's my conversation. That's my tea for today, because I feel like it's great for us to talk about what we want, but I think it's also great for us to make sure we have capacity for it. And if we don't have capacity for it, what kind of changes, improvements, adjustments, deductions, like, what do we have to move, improve, or release ourselves from in order to increase our capacity, but also just to have capacity for the thing that we want and desire. So if this was helpful to you, please make sure that you let me know. Make sure that you are subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you received this via email, make sure you respond to the email. Let me know. I'm going to keep making the videos anyway, because I know y'all are watching them. But it does help me know that, like, you're receiving it, you're getting it, you're taking it in, right? And if this is an area maybe that you need coaching in, book a call. Let's have a conversation around where you are, where you want to be, and how I can support you as your coach. And I'll put all of that stuff at the bottom in the post or in the description of this video. The other thing that I want to share really, really, really quickly is that iSpeaklife Live early bird enrollment is now open. iSpeaklife Live 2022 is happening December 2nd through the 4th, 2022 in Niagara Falls, New York. And honey, you are invited. And so you can go to iSpeaklifelive.com to get all of the details. Early bird enrollment is $367, and I believe for VIP it is $567. There are 3 pay options for both of those. So if you're not in a space where you can make the one full payment, you can do 3 monthly payments. But honey, you want to get in the room, because it is going to be amazing. This year's theme is chosen but peculiar. You got to be in the room to get the nuggets and the downloads that God is already giving me. But I wanted, like I said, if you've ever been to any of my events, this is the first time that I'm doing a 3-day event. Most of my live events have been half-day intensives, and so it is going to be explosive. I already know it. I have been preparing myself. God has been downloading immensely. And so it's going to be exciting. So make sure you register. I want to see, unless you have somewhere else to be, the only place you should be is in Niagara Falls with me, child. Book the flight, get your hotel room, and plan to be with me from December 2nd through the 4th. There are some special VIP things that are happening that start on the 1st. And so if you are VIP, there are only 10 spaces available for VIP. And so if you like a little something extra, and you want to even get in the room with me a little bit extra, then I would definitely say register for VIP. So with that being said, I'm going to get back to being on site here and also enjoy this tea that I am drinking. And again, make sure that you join me every single Tuesday for Tuesday Tea with D, and share this with someone as well, right? If you know somebody who is at their limit, who is overwhelmed, overcommitted, maybe at the tip of being burned out, they need to hear this, because sometimes we really do need to ask ourselves, am I at capacity? Right? And if I've exceeded capacity, what is it that I need to be doing in order to make space for the thing that I desire, or just stop saying yes to all the things? Like, that's the simple answer, but sometimes it's not that simple. So you have an amazing week, and I will see you next time on Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. I'll see you next time. Woo! That's good.